wrong turn somewhere. Well, good morning, folks. I had a great sleep last night. Nice clear, bright morning. Getting hot in here. I get up and get some coffee. Yep. So just looking at the route today, looks like this road here will take me up to Bald Butte. So we can go up there and have a look and check out the scenery. It's supposed to be a pretty good view. And then it looks like there is a access road that runs back down south again and connects back up to the TCAT. And the TCAT allows you to go cross country over to the West Block of Cypress Hills, which would be nice because then I don't have to go all the way up to Maple Creek and back down again. So we'll try that and see. And once we're over in West Block, cruise around in there a little bit. I want to do a bit of riding in there today, but I also want to maybe go down to Fort Walsh and check that out. As for sleeping arrangements tonight, as lovely a spot as this was, I think we'll find alternative place tonight. I could go to the Alberta side of Cypress Hills. There's a bunch of campgrounds on that side, and some of them have non-reservable sites, so they're sort of first come, first serve. Third day out of 4 of a long weekend. I don't think I'm going to get them. So we'll have to see. Stay tuned. The road up to Bald Butte is a lovely, narrow, twisty bit of pavement. There's a lookout area along the way and a parking area for Bald Butte just down the road a bit further. Well, I've reached the top of Bald Butte. Spectacular. On the road between Central and West Block, the pavement deteriorates to gravel and large stones quickly.
There's some of these downhill sections that are just covered with this big baby head size boulders, and I keep getting big clanks on my bash pan.
As the trail connects the two pieces of Cypress Hills Interprovincial Park, I found more traffic than the previous days of solo riding. Make sure you keep to the right as you approach corners and hilltops, as vacationers' nerves may be shot from hearing the thud, clang, and bang of loose stones bouncing around in their wheel wells for the last few miles, and may not be considering which side of the road they come up on, but only how to avoid the next big bang. As I exit the rough and rugged road onto Highway 271, I'm pleasantly presented with a twisty climb of paved road. Altogether different than the previous days and every bit as fun. Fort Walsh was established in 1875 after the Cypress Hills Massacre, where 20 Assiniboine men, women, and children were murdered in camp by American wolfers who had been tracking some stolen horses across the border from Montana.
Well, we've arrived at Fort Walsh, and the entrance to the West Block is just down the road. So we'll check out the fort here for a bit, and then I think we'll head into West Block and see what we can find in there. Should be some more trails and things to have some fun on, and see if maybe we can get some lunch. I don't know if there's any food in there or not, but we'll have a look. Okay. I'm just finishing up here at Fort Walsh, and I think what we'll do is continue back down the same road into the West Block of Cypress Hills, and then there's a bunch of the TCAT that runs through there. So I think we'll go run a bunch of that, and that's going to end up in Elkwater, just on the Alberta side of the park. So we'll go check that out, and then we will see if we can get something to eat there, and we'll head back up to Maple Creek area that way, and see what we can find for accommodations, see if we can find a campsite or something else at that point. Okay.
After my tour of the fort, I continued along the TCAT towards Elkwater and the Alberta side of the interprovincial park. I would check campsites along the way and hope to find somewhere I could set up camp for my last night on the road.
On the way to Elkwater, I took a little detour to the Conglomerate Cliffs. I've been here before, a long time ago, 20 years ago maybe, and it's just a gorgeous place. The valley down below, and you can see the cattle. There's pelicans flying down below me, but just an absolute gorgeous spot. So the Conglomerate Cliffs, well worth a short little detour off the TCAT to come and check those out. Maybe even be on the TCAT, I'm not sure, but beautiful spot.
At some point along the journey, I must have stopped looking at the map and started just following the prettiest routes I saw because I got way off course from the TCAT route. As the gravel suddenly gave way to a beautiful blacktop of twisties leading to the most gorgeous little lake, I began to question where I was, but was certain it was a wonderful place to be.
I took a wrong turn somewhere and ended up at Reesner Lake, which is one of the places I was considering coming to camp, but it looks like all their campsites are taken up. So we're quite a ways off course from Elkwater at the moment. So I'm gonna try and get back on course and get down there, or up there, and yeah, in some reasonable amount of time. Anyway, there's good trout fishing here apparently. Yeah, got tiger, trout, and rainbow trout. So doesn't look like anybody's catching a whole lot right now, but might be a good place to come back to.
Eventually, I meet back up with the TCAT route and make my way into Elkwater Lake, which on a long weekend is a very busy place. With no sites available, I find a little cafe and stop for a panini and some Wi-Fi in search of somewhere to lay my dusty head for the night. Riding nearly all the way back to Maple Creek on a secondary gravel road, I had finally found sanctuary. What better place to rest my weary bones than this? Welcome to the U-Joint.
So straight ahead, we have just a lovely raised single bed. Plenty of room down below for your luggage and what have you. So I'm sure we'll be filling that space in with motorcycle bags quickly enough. There's a few drawers there if you need to pack stuff away, if you're going to be here for a few days. Some more storage there. We've got an extra sleeping bag if it gets cold, but I don't imagine that's going to be an issue. And around this side we've got some towels, and in this little storage one is the batteries for the solar system, as well as a little 200 watt power inverter. So if you do need to charge some things up, I imagine that's where you can do that. There's a little wash basin here, which I'm going to fill with ice and put some beer in it to cool off. And then some awesome cowboy decor on the back here. So I've also just discovered that there's a table where you can pull it out and have your dinner or have some drinks with a loved one, or work on your computer if you were so inclined to work in a place like this. Gorgeous. Just one more little detail that's fantastic. Pretty cool accommodations. Anyway, if you want to have a look at a full tour video, I will link one of those right there. Careful of the door. Oops, easy on the door. Yeah, let's see you do that with your hard bags. Okay, Molly, I'm gonna throw it for you one more time, but you gotta give it to me. You gonna give it to me? Brewer wants it. Go get it, Brewer. Go get it.
Well, I had a super sleep in the sheep wagon last night. Very cozy bed. So I'm gonna go get some breakfast, which is included in the price at the main lodge here, and then we'll be back on the road. Okay folks, well, I think that's going to about do it for me. Just packing up the bike now and gonna head back to the city. Basically just gonna hit some highways on the way back to get there, so I won't bother taking you along for that. But thanks for coming along. If this is the kind of thing you like, click like. If you want to see more of this kind of thing, hit subscribe. Some of my other stuff on the channel is a little different than this. More to do with our property and tiny house and yurt that we've got there. But anyway, if this is the kind of thing you like, let me know and maybe we'll do some more of these. Thanks for watching.